Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Simon, and today's video I'm going to talk about starting a brand new business from scratch. Have you ever wanted to start your own business but didn't know where to start? Well, this video is for you. So my new business venture started a couple of weeks ago. So today is the day we start unpacking the printing stuff for my new unnecessarily essential custom print and apparel business. This is the new office or printing studio, and my thoughts were I didn't have a job, I didn't have any income, and I decided that I was going to take the leap to start my own business. I had previous experience in printing apparel, so I decided to make that my full-time job and my full-time focus to launch a new business. So I've launched Unnecessarily Essential Custom Print and Apparel, and I've done that for a few reasons, to be honest. And one was I have previous experience in that area, and what I wanted to do was focus on two areas. The first area is going to be custom birthday t-shirts, clubs or sports clubs, events, and then fitness competitions. So when a team or an individual needs a comp t-shirt with their name or something like that on it, then I can work with that customer and make those items. And then the second one was workwear. So workwear is very important for a business, not only from looking professional when you turn up, but it's actually exposure and marketing for your brand. My thoughts on that is that why can we not make exposure, marketing, but also these pieces of clothing you wear every day, why can't we make those more fashionable and actually stand out from others as well? So when you turn up to a quote on site, you've actually adding exposure to your brand and to your company, and not only looking professional but also looking stylish with it too. So let's take you through my setup. As we spoke about, starting a business is always daunting, but this is a garage that I've rented, and I get basically half of the garage to store things, and I've kind of converted it and moved it into different things. So the motorbikes are actually outside at the moment, but over here we've got the vinyl cutter, so it does my vinyl bits and pieces. Over here, very simply, is a hanging rail. I've got a big colour printer, DTF printer, direct to film printer coming, that's going to go over here. We need laptops, so for my designs, I was lucky enough to have quite a powerful gaming laptop, so it doesn't stutter when I'm designing stuff for people or going to be for customers, and I used it quite a bit previously as well. When we're looking over here, this is where I'll pick some of the vinyl if I need to do any picking. I've got some storage over here which is for my just for products to show to the customer. I think the biggest and the most important thing is that the customer gets what they need and what they want, really. And a t-shirt isn't just a t-shirt. There's different qualities, and these are things that I've learned over the years, depending on if you're going to sweat. Is it an active t-shirt? Is it a t-shirt you need to be oversized? Does it need to be warmer? All of those things. Does it need to be long sleeve? There's so many options. So down here is where I've kept some of the storage stuff. I've labeled up the boxes as well, so we know what's in them, or I know what's in them. And then the heat press, which is something that I have used quite a bit. I actually melted a plastic bag the other day, so that needs to be cleaned. And just a few designs I've been mucking around with, so it's gone on to our social media. But just wanted to give you a quick tour of how simple it can be, really, just to find a little bit of space and then start. I think a common thought in people's minds when starting a business is to overcome some fears, and the fear of that business failing. I think there's a statistic out there that says that 90% of businesses fail after 2 years or whatever that might be. But I think that doesn't mean we shouldn't try and do it. So you look at most businesses that are successful, they would have gone through that fear and those common thoughts, but they had to overcome it. And in time, because you are driven, obsessed with that idea, you make it a successful business. So overcoming those fears and starting a new business can seem daunting, but also when you think about starting a new business, you don't have to start with loads of money. You just need to think about what experience you have in what area, and then that's your niche, and that's your business idea. And are you already doing that for somebody else? Could you do that on your own or for yourself? And I think just having those thoughts to begin with, and then trying to overcome the fear of doing it, is something that everybody should learn to do at some point. So how did I overcome those fears? To be honest, I still am having them. It's very early days. It's been a couple of weeks and I'm already conscious that I haven't secured any work yet, but that's all part of owning a business. That's also my personality. I'm very impatient. Like most people, they want it, right away. And that isn't reality. The reality is I need to work hard behind the scenes, asking people if they would like to use my service, give them samples, some of those things to do it. So to overcome those fears, I think the first step was for me to start. Get the domain name, think about the email, think about my customer base, and then what am I actually going to do? What is my plan for the business, and what is my mission statement for the business too? And I think that my previous experience was in printing merchandise for other gyms, and that was something that I felt that I can roll with. Do I know it's going to be a great idea? And that's where the fear comes in. I don't know if that's going to be a successful business, but we don't know unless we try. I have got the experience. I know that I can do a good job and give quality to my customer. I just now need to find my customer. So trying to roll with those fears and trying to overcome them, I think just take that one step at a time. Now, I think that there's always this pivotal moment where you need to overcome something, or something happens in your life to make something else happen, or as they say, one door closes and another one opens. For me, that was because I found myself out of work. It wasn't something that was necessarily my fault. It was just a chain of events that happened that made it possible for me to think about new opportunities. I wasn't safe and secure in a job that paid me a lot of money. So it opened my eyes to something that, what did Simon want to do? What did I want to pursue? And how can I do that? Do I want to go back and get a corporate job? Do I want to work for myself? And after asking a few questions, I decided that I felt that my knowledge and my skill in what I previously did in my printing services was good enough. It was appreciated by my previous customers, and that is something that I can take into a new business. And that was kind of the deciding factor for me, is that I wasn't this super brave person that said, I'm going to quit my 80 grand a year job and I'm going to go and do printing and stop all of that. A few other things personally happened too, which again enabled me to look at this and say, have I got a small financial investment to start the business? Yes, I have. And have I got the skills and the knowledge to be able to pull it off, or be able to make it successful? And again, the answer was yes. So those were the pivotal moments for me. And I don't think that if those things hadn't have happened, then also I don't think I would have done it. I don't think I would have been in this place now where I've started this and made this 100% of my focus. I had so many roles before. I had so many different jobs and little tasks and roles and responsibilities that I did. And I think that because I had all of these little pots, I couldn't give 100% to one thing. Now that's going to change. My sole goal, my sole purpose, and my goal for this business is to make it 100% of my time. So that's marketing, that's customer relations, that's operations, that's printing, that's the whole thing. And along the way, it's great because it gives me an opportunity to make content too. So when I look at what I was doing previously, or I still do with my 3D printing, my Etsy shop, my Amazon stuff, it all ties into this printing service that Unnecessarily Essential can offer. Printing of garments and printing of clothing is an extension of that, but again, it's something that I'd previously been doing a bit of my time, 10%, maybe less of my time, and doing a really good job at it. I think now that if I turn my attention to 100% in that same area, I think the quality is going to speak for itself. And I'm hoping that over the next few weeks I can secure some jobs, and from that point I can just start to grow this business in a direction that I want it to go. So let's summarize. Starting a business is scary, but it doesn't mean we shouldn't do it. If you have a thought or an idea for a business and you feel that you have experience in that area, go for it. It's very, very quick and easy to set up a business in Company House, and I've actually seen that there's several hundred businesses starting every day and adding their new company name to gov.uk. So my first thought or summary is to just start. Just because you haven't had that chain of events or pivotal moments doesn't mean that you can't start something. Unnecessarily Essential has been a business for 10 years. I just haven't had the chance to utilize it into something that I wanted it to be. There was always other businesses that came along, or opportunities that came along. For me, the pivotal moment was the fact that I found myself out of work for the first time in 20 years. That may not be the same for you. You may be in a secure job. You may need to cover overheads. Like myself, you may have a family that you need to support. But it doesn't mean that you need to quit all of your jobs. You can actually do what it is that you're looking to do full time on the side. Do I think that's necessarily the best thing to do? No, but we're not all crazy where we quit everything to pursue our dreams, not knowing where that's going to go. So I think that for anyone that's looking to start a business or start something, you can also do that on the side. I think the other lesson that I've learned is that trying to do too many things at once, or trying to please too many people at once, doesn't work. It's very hard to do. So by starting a business on the side and trying to launch it, you're going to have to put in some more time into that to make it grow. You can't just start a business and do 10% of each thing. They will tick away nicely, which they've done for me over the years, but I don't think that any of them will grow significantly because you're not giving it 100% of your time. So I think another thing to be wary of. And then lastly, for my conclusion, or for my summary, it's fun. You know, if you've got an entrepreneurial mindset, it's actually very fun to start a business and do something for yourself. Even making content like I've been doing, growing my YouTube channel to 11,000 subscribers. I think that just making or doing these different things, I've actually enjoyed it along the way too. So I plan to take you along this journey with me. I'm starting to make a couple of vlog videos as well and try to learn how to do that. But make sure you subscribe, like this video if it's giving you any kind of insight. I really want to help people and to learn my journey or follow my journey, and hopefully that can help you in the journey that you're going to go through at some point. And I've had a few comments recently saying that they've been let go from their job and they're looking to start a business, and that's great. That's exactly the reason I make these videos. So make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.